Hello and welcome to Business Talk, brought to you by the Sharonville Chamber of Commerce. I'm Britt Scarce with Emory Federal Credit Union. I'm your host, and today here in studio we have Jack Brendamour with the Junk King, here to talk to us a little bit about Junk King. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Thanks for coming in.
Appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about Junk King and what differentiates Junk King from a lot of the other junk removal services.
Sure. So Junk King is a company that everyone would think would come out to a house and take junk, obviously. Yeah. So we do that. That's a big part of our job is clearing out houses, but it's what we do with the items we remove that really separates us from competition.
Okay.
And most people think of the junk we take, but we tear down sheds and play sets and take hot tubs and yard debris and a lot of different things people don't know about.
Now, do you do a lot of like move out stuff, like when a house has been, foreclosed on, or maybe even have a hoarder or something like that?
Those are the tough jobs. Those are the jobs we have to buy pizzas for the guys and do different things where it makes it where they enjoy them. But yeah, we do mold basements that flood or things like that. We'll clean out foreclosures. Yes, we do that work.
Okay, great. Now, and one of the main things that differentiates you from a lot of other junk removal companies is that you don't just go throw that stuff in the landfill.
We don't. We actually have a 25,000 square foot recycling center right here in Sharonville.
Okay.
And we bring everything back that is donatable or recyclable, and we sort it and then send it out to different nonprofits or recycle it if possible.
Okay. So how many vehicles do you typically run?
Hopefully all 16.
Okay.
And if we aren't running, or if we're running them all, we buy another. So we're growing quickly. We're an 8-year-old company now, and we do things right. So the growth comes with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you not only do you donate these items, you help a lot of different specific charities. Let's talk a little bit about some of the charities that benefit from the stuff you pick up.
You said we only have 14 minutes, so we'll start with just a couple. But we're always looking for new charities. So there are so many out there. There is a way we can help any and every charity. It's not if we get something, it's when. And I meet with people every week to find new sources for items that we may not currently have a source for, or we can kind of pull from one that needs something to give to another and go back and forth there. But we work with Habitat for Humanity and Care Portal, New Life Furniture, which is local here. They come and take truckloads from us every week of lightly used furniture, different things like that. And then we do things with Matthew 25 and Blue Ash. Matthew 25 Ministries gets all our handicap equipment and paint.
Okay.
The Dragonfly Foundation. You said you were behind one of our trucks yesterday. You probably saw one of their bumper stickers on the back of our truck. But that's a charity we help more financially than with donations. But that's what we're all about.
Yeah, I mean, you're picking up stuff that's usable for a lot of folks in need. I mean, they're beds and furniture and, like you said, handicap equipment and all kinds of stuff that you guys get, you get even crazy stuff that sometimes you pick up. What's one of the crazy things that you've found at?
I like to talk about. We found so we recycle everything we can, and we have these paper bins where we recycle paper, and we can provide certificates of destruction for tax paperwork, things like that. But there was an old piece of paper sitting on top of one of the bins the other day, and when I say other day, it's been about a year now, but one of our employees pulled it out and opened it up because it looked old, and it was an old map from the Civil War of an undocumented part of Tennessee, and it had coffee and blood stains on it. So that's one of the neat things.
That's probably like extremely valuable. Actually.
It is, and we sell some things that we find. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't be able to have our big facility and pay to sort everything if we didn't sell some things. It's a very small percentage, but the Civil War map actually went to auction and sold for almost $5,000, I think, with everything with the house.
Yeah, I would think so.
And with things like that, that's when we take a % of that and write a check to a charity.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I almost wonder that should been in the Smithsonian or something.
It ended up. I'm sure it ended up in some museum, and so that was neat. We also right now in our warehouse we have Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us. We cleaned out all the Toys R Us stores, and he's dressed up with a cape and Junk King logos, and things like that.
Think about that when when a big store like that goes out, that that they may actually need your services.
Yeah, residential's only a percentage, a majority percentage of what we do, but we clean out businesses all the time, different electronics. Every business probably has a room full of old e-waste, computers, laptops, keyboards. We can recycle all of that.
Yeah. Wow, that's fantastic. So, one of the things we were talking about before we came on air is that, how great your employees are, how you really don't have an issue with turnover. So speak to a little bit about the culture.
Our culture is amazing. That's what makes our company who we are. The employees, me personally even, it's my self-fulfillment as an individual working at Junk King because I know all the good that we do. And we don't have to do that good. We would actually make more money if we dumped everything in the landfill, but it's not who we are. And in an economy like this, we do not have to search for employees because people want to work for us. And we build individuals, we build employees to grow within our company or help support them outside of our company and really kind of mentor them.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you've been around 8 years. You're now up to 16 trucks, right? 16
trucks and 20 dumpsters.
So, wow, that's amazing. I remember when you started with one truck. And
2011.
Yeah, so it's amazing growth, and that says a lot about how the company is run. What kind of goals do you have for 2020? What are you looking forward to accomplishing this year?
I should have prepared more for that question. The goal every year is to do more for the community. So obviously we're a business and we have to be profitable first and foremost, but it's always finding new outlets for things, new people to help. There's nothing better than seeing a smile on the face of someone who is down on their luck that we helped, refurnish an apartment or got a kid a birthday gift that didn't have a present coming in his or her way. And so that's always a goal of our company, is to just find ways to be better for the community and the environment.
Yeah. Well, how many kids, that just, we always kind of take for granted that, a kid's going to have their own bed to sleep in and, and that sort of thing. And, you guys sometimes are providing, a place for a kid to sleep because they're sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. And it's more relevant than people understand, especially in Cincinnati. Down in the city, it's amazing how many kids don't have beds. And I can't even fathom the thought of my children, going to sleep on a floor or an air mattress. And so we work with the nonprofits, like I mentioned, New Life Furniture. They really help families. We bring in mattresses. King-size mattresses aren't very donatable, but twins, queen, full size, we can donate those often.
Okay, well, that's good. I mean, and of course, there's always like frames, just a basic bed frame and that kind of stuff. I'm sure you're picking that kind of stuff up all the time.
Yeah, and we go out to houses for full clean outs, like you said, but we also will go out just for if you get a new mattress. Okay. One item will come out for.
Yeah, I think because some of the trash services, I mean, they require it to be wrapped and and that sort of thing in order for them to take it. I mean, I guess it depends on the company, but
then it goes to the landfill.
Yeah.
So call us. We'll get it from the upstairs bedroom. We'll come in and we'll do what's right with it.
Okay. That's great. Now, you brought some items here with you. You want to tell me a little bit about those? Yeah,
so this is our little giveaway at Junk King's Recycling Center. Okay. If you want to come in for a tour.
Nice little dumpster. Right?
It is. It's a pen or pencil holder, but little kids love them for dollhouse toys. My son fills them up with rocks all the time. But we'll give you one of these with a magnet and a drink koozie and a coupon and a pen. But it's all about awareness for us. People come into our recycling center thinking they know about our business and leave with a big smile on their face. So I encourage anyone who hasn't come by, I would love to spend a half an hour with them and send them on their way with this. But really, it's as much about spreading awareness of the nonprofits we work with as it is explaining how Junk King, does our services.
Yeah, okay. So no job is really necessarily too big or too small, right? Unless it's totally dangerous and hazardous. I guess you might have to turn something like
we have
like a nuclear waste thing away or something.
We'll turn the nuclear waste situation away, but we're we want to be respectful of our employees and make sure they get home safely to their families. But we also understand a lot of situations need taken care of. So if it's a biohazard type situation, there's companies we can call, and we have the contacts at this point to make sure things can get still taken care of, but not put us at risk.
Yeah, absolutely. I've heard stories of, like you said, with, flooded houses and, I mean, sometimes, you've even done stuff even when there's maybe even some mold there and that kind of stuff that, that can be dangerous.
Yeah, if it's a mold situation, we'll generally call in a restoration company. Mm-hmm. But if it was a small flood for a day and they got it out and fanned it out, we'll grab some things and we give our guys masks and things like that.
The old carpet and that kind of stuff that people have trouble being able to pull out of there.
Yeah, that gets heavy. But like Cincinnati Metropolitan Sewer District, they'll call us. They'll get everything outside. We'll wear gloves and throw things on the truck. And at that point, that doesn't come back to our recycling center. No. But we're very, and we'll sanitize the trucks and all that. We're very conscious of that.
That's great. So if someone needs your services, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call us at our 888 number. It's 888-888-JUNK. That's 5865. And if they really want to call us at our local number, we'd be glad to take the call. We're only a 3 or 4 person office most of the time, so we have that call center number, but our local number is 513-771-5865. And then what everyone wants to do nowadays, visit us at junk-king.com.
Okay.
So it's a hyphen, junk-king.com.
Got to put the dash in there. Okay. Are there any apps or anything like that?
We don't currently have an app, but that might be in the works now. So next time,
might be a goal for
me.
2020.
Yeah.
So
I want to talk about the flag. Don't want to forget that.
Yeah, let's do.
So we find flags all the times in houses and boxes or bins, and we have quite a few veterans who work for us, and Junk King fully supports our military and services, and so we have the veterans fold the flags properly, and we take them to the American Legion to be retired.
Okay.
And even if we don't do a job from you, someone is welcome to bring their flag to our facility at 11430 Gondola Street.
Okay.
And we'd be glad to take it from them and show the respect that it deserves.
That's fantastic. Unfortunately, a lot of folks do pass away, and they have, several family members, flags or burial flags, and, those do need to be handled properly.
Absolutely.
They obviously can't be just discarded in any way. So that's fantastic. Any other parting thoughts or anything you'd like to share?
The Sharonville Chamber is an amazing chamber. We appreciate everyone involved, and everyone likes to make the community a better place, and we're proud to be part of it.
Yeah, well, you've been a great member of the chamber, so great information, just great stuff. Jack Brendamour has been with Junk King, has been our guest. They're great company here. They support the community. They've been a great member of the chamber, and I really love what you guys are doing with the flags, especially, and all the recycling and all the nonprofits that you help. So it's fantastic. So thank you for watching. You've been watching Business Talk. I'm Britt Scarce with Emory Federal Credit Union. Till next time.